Stella, don't you have any common sense? You're too rude to me, and I'm the boss mom. What? What's wrong with you all of a sudden? For crying out loud! Stella, I heard you had lunch with our mom friends yesterday. Yeah, but what's the problem? I'm the boss mom in this town. To not invite me? That's totally not right. Where's your common sense? I don't think so. First of all, you're not really that close to the rest of us moms, are you? That's not what this is about. It's forbidden to have lunch without me. I'm the boss mom. That's the rule. Since when is that a rule? Since I moved back to town? I haven't been back in a few years, and now there are people like you, people who don't have a right mind. From now on, you must never, ever forget to ask me out. I won't forgive you if you break your promise. Hey, I told you to keep your promise. Why don't you understand me? What promise? The promise to invite you to lunch? That's right. If you know what promise you need to keep, you better keep it. I think that rule is odd, so I'm not going to follow it. What? I'm the boss mama of this whole town. If you disobey me, I will run you out of town. Can you really run me out of town? Yes, I can. You know, I'm the daughter of a landowner. If I tell my dad, I'd kick you right out of town. You shouldn't cling to your parents' power and cause trouble for other people. You'll only make it harder for you to find a place where you can be happy. Don't lecture me with that cocky tone. I'm sorry about that, but I'm not going to follow your rules. Oh, well, then I have an idea. An idea? If you find out what I'm planning and you try and stop me, it'll be a problem. So naturally, I won't tell you, of course. It sounds like you're up to something, but you're only strangling yourself even if you do that. Shut up! If I say I'll do it, I'll do it. I'm going to make you regret being so cocky with me. Today's the long-awaited day of revenge. Because of you, all of your other mom friends are going to get hurt too. I feel so sorry for you. Okay, you're WhatsApping me out of the blue. So what do you want from me? Where do you think I am right now? I don't know, and I'm not interested. I think you'd be surprised. Oh, well, you can tell me if you want. Actually, I'm in Hawaii too. Today's the day of the Hawaii trip with your friends, right? I'm here alone too. Actually, my bag and purse were stolen and I'm in trouble. I was wondering if you could join me and help me out. I've canceled my trip and I'm in Japan right now. What? I didn't hear anything about canceling the trip. Well, I didn't need to tell you. When was the trip canceled? A week ago? That suddenly? Did something happen? My friend that was going with us, she got hurt really bad. She couldn't make the trip, so we decided to cancel the trip and reschedule it for another day. But you already made reservations, didn't you? Why didn't you just cancel hers and end up going anyways? I know we had to pay the cancellation fee, but I felt bad about taking a trip when our friend was going through a hard time. What? I don't understand. If I were you, I'd just let your friend cancel and continue with the trip. It's a waste of money. One person canceling doesn't change anything. That's what you think, right? We're different. If we're going to go on this trip, we wanted to do it when we're all together. You and your friends are so different. Well, from your point of view, maybe we are. See you. I don't want to interrupt your trip. I'll leave you alone. Wait a minute! I'm not done talking. What? You have an obligation to help me. Think of a better way for me to enjoy my trip. Why should I have to go through all of that trouble? I don't even think it's right to think that I have an obligation in the first place. It's a servant's duty to help the boss mom, right? By servant, do you mean me? Yes. All mom friends are my servants. If you don't help me, I'm going to run you, your family, and everyone who is planning this trip out of town. You're going to be responsible for all the other moms. You're sure that's a good idea? Are you threatening me? I'm not threatening you. I'm warning you. What are you going to do? If you listen to me, I'll let you off the hook this time. Why don't you try running us out then? Well, I don't think you can. Huh? You think I can't do it? You can't do it by yourself, anyway, can you? I'm the daughter of a landowner. I could kick you out of here if I asked my dad. I can get rid of you. So you can only kick me out if your father helps you, right? I mean, it's not like you have any power. Shut up! You're getting cocky. If my dad has power, that means I have power, too. He'd do anything for me. I don't think so. It's your fault for canceling this trip, so you're responsible for this. How can I be held responsible? I didn't cancel the trip for my own reasons. This trip was planned by you, and you're the one who organized it, right? Well, yes. So you're saying that you're the one who suggested to the other moms that they cancel, correct? That's right, but that doesn't mean I have to help you. If you don't help me, I'm going to make sure you can't stay in this town. How? I can do that by spreading some interesting rumors about you. People will believe me, and they'll stay away from you. I don't think anyone would believe you, even if you started a funny rumor about me. Huh? How can you be so sure? People are sick and tired of you. It's like they're listening to you because you're too much trouble to cross. No one considers you a friend. That's not true! Come to think of it, you've never been invited to lunch by one of our friends. Isn't that because they just haven't invited me yet? They all said they were going to ask me last. That's to keep you in a good mood. Some of our friends seem to think that you really are a powerful person, so they assume that they had no choice but to listen to you. That's not true. I'm the boss mom in this town. That's why I have a huge following among my mom friends. And when I start talking, the conversation gets going. That's only because our friends are being considerate to you. All you talk about is how rich you are and how you're so great as a boss mom. It's not only boring, but it's demeaning. Our friends don't feel good around you. Who? Who's talking down to me? Most of my friends are saying it, so I'm not sure who's saying what. And to make things worse, I hear that you're not just barging into lunches you aren't invited to, but you even make our friends pay for you. And when we go shopping, you always have some excuse to get out of paying the bill. I'm the boss, so it's everyone's responsibility to pay part of my bill, right? No. If there's something you want, or something you want to eat, it's the norm to pay for it yourself. You say you're the boss mom, but you're just saying that because you don't have any money, right? What? I'm the daughter of a landowner. I have more than enough money. Then why can't you even pay for lunch? If you have so much money, why don't you treat your mom friends? Why don't you treat your friends sometime? No one is going to punish you for it. No, I'm not going to waste my money. Eating at fancy restaurants, shopping at department stores with friends, isn't that a waste of money? If you don't want to spend money, then you don't have to attend lunch meetings or shopping. But as the boss mom, I have to do whatever it takes to attend. I'm sure you're just trying to save money by having everyone treat you. Well, aren't you being rude to me? Are you trying to say I'm poor? I don't think you're poor. I'm just asking you a question. You're making fun of me. I will never forgive you for what you're doing, Stella. I'm going to kick you out of this town right now. I think it's you who should be kicked out. Huh? Why would I be the one getting kicked out? Maybe you just don't know it yet, but it sounds like one of our friends went to talk to your father. Talk about what? That you're using the power of the landowner to do whatever you want to your friends? And your father, he apologized. He said he's going to pay for the money that our friends had paid. But you're lying about the part that he's trying to get rid of me, right? I wasn't there, so I don't know all the details. But from what I've heard, he was going to kick you out of the house. He was extremely upset with you. He even helped you pay off your debt that you made by having an affair. He was saying, "So this is what I get in return?" What? What do you mean by affair? The reason why you came back to this town is because you couldn't pay the alimony for the affair on your own, so you asked your parents to help, right? I heard they refused at first, but you begged them again and again to pay it. You know that much? Your father told me. Lucy, you have a child. And you had the nerve to bring your affair partner into the house with you? That's why your ex-husband got custody, right? My father told you all that? I guess so. Since your ex-husband got custody, you had to pay child support too, didn't you? But you didn't even try to find a job. You pretended to be sick so your parents could pay the bills. Your father didn't know you were out shopping and having dinner with other mom friends. I mean, if he found that I was perfectly fine, they would have made me work. I'm surprised they haven't found out until now. My parents own a business, so they're never home during the day. I didn't think they'd find out. Wait, if they know, you mean Mom and Dad are mad at me? I think they probably are. So you haven't heard anything from them on your side? No. How did you get out of the house today in the first place? I left home saying that I'll be going to a short-term part-time job. I thought if I told my parents I was working, they wouldn't complain. I'm impressed with the amount of lies you can make, Lucy. But it's true. I don't have any money. Please, if I don't do something, I can't go home. I have nothing to do with that. Then what am I going to do? My parents are going to be so mad. If they find out I'm overseas, what will they say? They're sure to kick you out of the house, so you don't have anything to be afraid of anymore, right? You can't just stay in Hawaii, so why don't you just call them? Please, I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused you. Please help me this one time. I'm sorry, but I can't. Why are you doing this? We're friends. I don't consider you as my friend. Don't say that. I'm sorry, too. Of course I want you to be sorry, but I can't help you. Why not? I don't want to reach out to you this time and have you depend on me again. I don't want to keep running after you to give back my money. I've heard other moms say that they're going to keep their distance from you. I'm going to do the same. If you're going to ask for help from your own family. Oh no. Well then, you won't be hearing from me again, so I'm going to block you on WhatsApp. Wait a minute! Stella? After that, Lucy contacted her parents and managed to return to the country. However, her parents told her not to come back home until she paid back the money she had taken from her friends. Lucy is now living alone in a dirty apartment in the neighboring town. Since being alone, she has had to pay her debts and her monthly child support payments. It seems like she's working very hard. I happened to catch a glimpse of Lucy the other day. She looked 10 years older than she is now, and seemed to be having a hard time. She's in this situation because of her own actions, so it can't be helped. At any rate, now that Lucy is gone, the days are peaceful and quiet. We are all very happy. Hey Zoe, I heard my daughter was playing with your daughter again. I told you to stay away from her, didn't I? I decided not to butt into my daughter's friendships. Our bad relationship has nothing to do with them. Oh my god, this is the worst. I had to beat her to teach her a lesson because she wouldn't listen to me. This wouldn't have happened if your daughter kept put. What? You hit her? It's her fault for not listening. If she's going to cry and apologize, she shouldn't have played with her in the first place. No, that's... And you? Why are you just standing there watching our daughters playing with each other? Because they're good friends, and they seem to be having fun. That's all that matters. I'm telling you because it's not fine. I don't want to get involved with someone that's dull like you. Then you shouldn't WhatsApp me. I had the need to complain at least once. I see. Anyway, if your daughter goes near my kids again, or plays with them, I will never forgive you. Forgiven or not, I'm sure our daughters will do as they please. Huh? It's true that we don't get along, but if we interfere in our children's friendships, they won't grow up to be good adults, so I won't interfere. I don't care about your educational policy. The next time they play together, I'm going to punch you in the face. Hello, my name is Zoe. I've been really happy that my quiet daughter has made a friend, but it turned out to be Ella's daughter. Ella and I don't get along, or rather, Ella doesn't like me. Ella hates me and looks down on me because we're a dull family. She is an annoying mom who makes a fuss by herself and tells me not to play with her daughter. I'm surprised to hear someone as dull as you is going on a trip, and a trip to Hawaii? A trip to Hawaii of a dull family is probably boring and awful. I don't think it matters whether your personality is dull or bright to go on a trip to Hawaii. Yes, it does. Thanks to you, my daughter is asking me every day to go on a trip too. It doesn't have to be a trip, but maybe you can do a short drive. Isn't it fun to go away even for a little? I'd rather spend my time and money to go to a salon to polish up my womanhood. I see. I'll buy a souvenir for your daughter. We don't want it. I don't want a souvenir from you. You won't need it, but my daughter is so excited to buy Lillian a souvenir. Ugh, no way. Your dullness is going to rub off on me. I'll throw it out when I find it. No, like I said, it's not for you. It's for your daughter, Lillian. Hey, have you forgotten? Keep your daughter away from my daughter. Why don't you stop thinking like that? What? It's a relationship between children. It's none of our business. Shut up. Born people should just stay quiet. You're talking to me, so I'm just responding. And when I don't respond, you get angry and say, "Don't ignore me." Oh my god, talking to you is so tedious. It's getting on my nerves. Well, I guess that means we're done with WhatsApp for today. Wait a minute. I'm not done. I had a great idea when I heard the news from my daughter. I really hate to do this, but... So, your idea is what you wanted to talk about? Then please hurry and tell me. I know. If my daughter wants to go on a trip, she can join a trip for free. What? A free trip? That's right. What are you talking about? You can't go on a trip for free. It costs money. I know that much. Are you making fun of me? If you know what you're talking about, you wouldn't have come up with such a stupid idea. Join a trip for free? What on earth? You are making fun of me. Yes, I know. I don't like it, but my daughter and your daughter are good friends. If you're going to go on a trip, you might as well have a friend, right? So, I'll take my daughter on your trip with me. I refuse. Let me finish the message. I could have guessed without seeing the end. I declined. What is wrong with you? You were just talking about going on a trip for free. In other words, you're trying to get us to pay for your trip. Yes, I plan for you to pay for all of the hotel accommodations, the lunches we eat along the way, and anything else that costs us money. I knew it. But I'm never going to say, yes, okay, let's go on a trip. That's stupid. Hey, I know you think you're hiding it, but I know that you're a CEO's wife. You have money, don't you? I'm not a CEO's wife. My father is a CEO, and I'm just his daughter. You're so dull, but you're the daughter of a rich man, and it pisses me off. Being dull doesn't have anything to do with being rich. Besides, I'm not rich now. My home family is wealthy. My husband and I are making enough money that we don't have to struggle to make ends meet. But you don't look rich. That pisses me off too. You don't seem to like me very much. Of course I do. I mean, come on. You wear black frame glasses, your clothes are mediocre, and you don't have a single item of jewelry. I'm just not interested. You have money, so pay for our trip. I won't. If you don't do what I say, I'll slap you on the cheek. If you do that, I'll run to the police and accuse you of violence. I say this, you say that. This is why I hate people who are dark-natured. Ella trying to take advantage of my family vacation? I would never travel with her at my expense. She usually disrespects me and makes fun of my daughter. I wouldn't be able to enjoy a trip with her. I tried to ignore Ella's WhatsApp notifications as much as possible and ran away when she approached me until the day of the trip. Hey, I came all the way to Hawaii on my own. I left my daughter at home because she was in the way. I'll make your trip fun, so you better pay up for the trip and take care of me. Oh, it's Ella, isn't it? You're in Hawaii now? We're just about to leave. What? You're leaving? Yes, we are. You've got to be kidding me. I made sure my daughter knew the date of your trip, and she said it was today, which is why I came all the way out here. I must have given her the wrong day we were leaving. Huh? You've got to be kidding me. Ugh, she's just as useless as my husband. I've been thinking, don't you care about your daughter? Huh? You don't want to spend time and money on your daughter. You even hit her and call her useless. I have my suspicions. What? I didn't do anything wrong. More importantly, you're leaving now, right? Before you leave me my travel money. That's not going to happen. The plane has already left. What? I'm your friend who doesn't have any money, and you're saying that you're leaving me behind? Yes. Don't be silly. Then who's going to pay for my trip? Pay for it yourself. I can't pay for it. Come back. I can't just jump off a plane. What am I supposed to do from here? Call your husband. I can't. I knew you would say that, so I asked my father. Huh? There's no connection between your parents and my husband, is there? There's no connection between our husbands, but your husband works for the company owned by my father. Huh? Oh, you didn't know that? My father is the president of Guess Inc. Lies. I contacted my father and told him what you've been doing. My father reported what happened to your husband. Wait a minute. What? Did you tell him everything? Of course I did. What have you done? I told him I was going to take our daughter on a trip with my friends. I don't even have allowance anymore. What have you done with your allowance? It's been reborn as a brand merchandise. You're greedy. Shut up. At this rate, I can't even get home. You, do something about it. There's nothing I can do. There's got to be something. Think about it. It's all your fault that things turned out like this. Huh? It's your fault. You bragged about going to Hawaii. You let my daughter be friends with yours. I told you before that I won't interfere with my daughter's friendships. I didn't mean to brag about our trip to Hawaii. It's your fault for running over here thinking that it'd be free. What? I mean, you got what you deserved. Who is going to pay for my trip? How am I supposed to enjoy Hawaii? Gosh, I don't know. Do something about it. It seems that when you get involved with a dull person like me, you don't seem to have a good time. Yes, it's true. It's so true. Then I'm not going to get involved with you anymore, so I'd better block you on WhatsApp. What? No, wait a minute. I'm sorry I ever bothered you. I'll stay away from you. Good for you. You won't have to deal with boring people anymore. Wait a minute. Thank you very much for your time. I'm going to block this WhatsApp. Have fun in Hawaii. Listen to me. I will not allow you to leave me. Get off the plane and come back. I'm sorry for everything I've done. Please, don't leave me. Ella had her husband transfer the money, and she was able to return home. When she came back, she found divorce papers, and they also discovered that her daughter had been abused by her. Ella and her husband divorced, and custody went to him. Her daughter is now with her father, and she is much brighter than